Cristian, a little bit of a weird week, obviously, coming off of the rain out, but how you feeling after 5 minutes and 49 seconds of play?
Well, a lot warmer than I was during the game, but in all fairness to the ref, the fans, the conditions were really tough, and if we played for much longer, it wouldn't have been a soccer game. So credit to all those that had to make a decision, and unfortunately we had to fly in an unnecessary 10 hours, but it's part of the sport, it's part of the profession, and we have a good week to prepare for another tough game at home.
After that 5 minutes, and you guys were kind of just standing around, take us into those kind of the conversations you're having with players, you guys, and then also Philadelphia guys. What are you saying to each other? What are you doing in the 15 minutes there?
Well, we wanted to play because we flew out all the way out there, right? We understood that Philadelphia had a game, 3 days later, and had to travel the next day. So we obviously considered that part of it. Obviously they wanted to delay the game a little bit. The conditions weren't great, so it wouldn't have been a good game regardless. But look, we want to play a good, clean game, and in the end, the decision was made that it was unplayable, and there was a bit of a delay as well, so we had to kind of keep warm and stay ready just in case. But in the end, we saw the field at the end of the night. It was definitely unplayable.
Is there any positives at all you can take from the entire experience going out there?
We got closer as a team. We spent a lot more time together as a team. We had a training session like that in Seattle where it was pouring down rain. It was one of our first training sessions of the year. It was virtually unplayable, but it prepared us for those 6 minutes that we played against Philadelphia.
You've played a lot of games, like you just alluded to, you've trained in a lot of adverse conditions during your career. I guess how would you compare the field conditions to anything else you've been in, and then did it feel like it was raining harder than you'd ever been in, or was that not necessarily atypical levels of rain?
Well, the drops felt a lot bigger for some reason. They definitely were hitting a lot harder, and it rained the entire afternoon. But it reminded me of New York City a few years back. There were times where the ball would just stop. And that field in particular, I remember the baseball field was playing a lot better, and it was definitely a little bit more playable. But it reminded me of those conditions, being in the rain. But the droplets definitely felt a little bit thicker for some reason.
And was the field itself just as waterlogged as you've ever been on then?
Yeah, definitely. It was a pool out there. For warm-ups, you barely noticed it, to be fair. And it all happened within 15, 20 minutes when we got back out there. Noticed the field. I even told Jordan, you might be able to pick this ball off from the kickoff because I noticed all the water in the middle of the field. But yeah, it happened within 15, 20 minutes, seriously. So, we kind of started the game not knowing what was going to happen, but we got a sense of what those 15, 20 minutes could look like.
Hey, Cristian, the key to playing a clean game on Saturday and getting the result?
Well, number one, intensity is number one. Colorado's a team that has a little bit of that Red Bull St. Louis high pressure profile. A team that is young, relentless. They continue to run and press. So number one, intensity is going to be extremely important. Number two, not losing the ball in the middle of the field. Right, it's a team that plays very direct when they get the ball right through the middle. So that's going to be really important. And then obviously scoring goals, taking care of our chances, being lethal in front of goal, aggressive when we're getting close to the box, and finishing off plays, right? Whether it's a goal kick, a corner, we need to get shots on goal, quality shots on goal.
How different are your runs from going from outside in, but now you have to go from the middle towards the goal box? How different are those ones? What are you depending on?
Yeah, it's a little bit more direct. I'm depending on Jordan creating a little bit more space, right? With Jordan at striker, he runs in behind a lot more rather than comes to. So when Jordan runs in behind, how can I, get into that space that he's vacated? So that's really important. And then obviously when Raul plays as well, we're playing essentially with two strikers. One might be in the attacking mid spot, but Raul is also a player that wants to get into the box and causes a lot of attention. So how can I get into those spaces that they vacate?
What are you guys doing in terms of preparation leading up to Saturday's match?
Yeah, playing against our team, our opposing team, as if they're Colorado, they're defending extremely narrow, pressing. How can we play through that? And then obviously, the crosses, the type of crosses that we want to be hitting, not just floated, but how can we whip it in, put it in dangerous areas.